What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, earlier this week, let's start like this. Earlier this week, I reported that the trial for ex-Sangamon County deputy out there in Illinois, Sean Grayson, had begun for the murder of Sonya Massey. You guys remember Sonya Massey? Last year, I think it was July, she was shot in her home after she called police to assist her, thinking that somebody was outside of her home, and she wound up dying in her kitchen. And this guy right here, Sean Grayson, was the one that shot her on body cam. Now, yesterday, which was Friday, is day 5 of the trial. They're saying this thing is not going to last past Wednesday, so they might go into deliberations next week. It's going to be a short trial. But I covered it on the first day when they were doing opening statements, and I didn't get back to it because I had other stuff I was covering. I can only do so much in a day. But I'm going to give you guys a recap of everything that happened since day 1 all the way up till now to get you guys caught back up. When police get accused of a crime, those in law enforcement or the state, they do one of two things. They either rally around you or they rally away from you. And in the case of this guy right here, with the information I'm showing you, these people with the state witnesses and all of this other stuff are rallying away from this guy. And the main focus is his actions in the house that led up to him shooting this woman, Sonya Massey, in the face. You know what I'm saying? And then him saying, hey, don't go get your med kit. She's gone. You know, it's a headshot, which is cruel and sad in itself to say that you shot somebody in their own home and the partner's trying to do police protocol and you're telling him, oh, you ain't got to worry about it. She's dead already. And she's on the ground struggling. It's a big mess. But anyway, this is a recap of what happened this week. And just to get you caught up. Take a look, guys.
Good evening. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Day 5 in the murder trial for the former Sangamon County deputy is over. Sean Grayson is on trial for first-degree murder. He shot and killed Sonya Massey inside of her home in July of 2024. Prosecutors say Grayson violated policing standards. His attorneys say it was a tragedy, but it doesn't amount to first-degree murder. Now, only one witness took the stand today. A professor, Seth Stoughton, teaches police law and policy at the University of South Carolina. He's an expert in the area of generally accepted police practices and use of force. Now, his testimony started at 9 this morning. The state asked him questions for more than 2 hours. Cross-examination started at 1 and lasted the same time. News Channel 20's Monique Davis was inside the courtroom all day. She joins us now live from outside the courthouse in Peoria.
Yeah, Stacey. So Seth Stoughton testified about generally accepted police practices and use of force. Stoughton says decisions Sean Grayson made were tactically unsound, including pulling his gun and stepping in front of his partner. He said Massey's behavior didn't suggest intent to harm Grayson or his partner. Community activist Teresa Haley says this is something the Massey family has been saying since the beginning.
It felt good for me because I think a blind person, I think anybody looking with their right eyes can see what happened on that video. So he was just in agreement with the rest of us using his own set of eyes.
During cross-examination, defense attorney Mark Wyckoff pointed out Stoughton's report concluded Massey could have posed an imminent threat of great bodily harm when Massey had the pot of water and crouched, and when Grayson advanced with his firearm drawn. Now, Grayson's energy shifted multiple times throughout the day, ranging from sitting completely still to moving around anxiously. Reporting live from the Peoria County Courthouse, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. The testimony resumes Monday morning at 9. According to the defense, they expect to start closing arguments on Wednesday. Now, Stoughton was the state's 11th witness to testify during the trial. They have 20 on their list. No word on how many people the defense is going to call. During the first 3 days of testimony, witnesses took to the stand to shed light on the night Sonya Massey was killed and the actions of Sean Grayson during, before, and after the fatal moment. 4 people took the stand following opening statements on Wednesday. The first was Lieutenant Eric Weston, the ISP investigator who turned the body cam footage over to the state's attorney after saying he couldn't make up his mind if the shooting was justified. Now, Catherine Barton, the Sangamon County dispatcher who took Sonya Massey's call for help, also took the stand with the jury hearing that 911 call.
911, what's the address for your emergency?
2868 South Hoover Avenue.
What's going on there?
I keep hearing stuff on the outside of my house, and it sounds like somebody was banging on the side of my house. I don't know. Could y'all come and see?
And can you confirm the address for me?
It is 2868 South Hoover Avenue.
What is your name?
Sonya Massey.
Now, probably the most compelling witness on Wednesday, Sangamon County Deputy Dawson Farley. He was Sean Grayson's partner the night of the shooting. He described trying to stop Massey's bleeding after she was shot.
Headshot wounded female, 1078.
I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, headshot, dude. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Farley also stated he did not feel threatened by Massey. However, the defense pushed back, saying Farley initially reported feeling threatened, but amended his report after Grayson's arrest. The final witness on Wednesday was retired Sangamon County Deputy Chief Anthony Mayfield. He testified Grayson violated policies including use of force, standard conduct, body camera, and medical response violations.
It's been a busy first week in the murder trial of former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson. He shot and killed Sonya Massey in her Springfield home July of 2024.
We have seen a change in the jury, unedited body-worn camera footage being shown in its entirety. Autopsy photos and 11 witnesses have also given testimony so far. Our Brandon Morano has an update on what happened this week.
A lot has happened in the last 5 days of this trial. Let's start with that change to the jury. There were 9 women and 3 men. There are now 8 women and 4 men after one of the jurors was excused due to a family emergency not related to this case. When Massey's family saw those autopsy photos and watched the unedited body-worn camera videos, some left the courtroom in tears. Grayson and his family could be seen looking down and away from the screen while the video was playing. The forensic pathologist who performed Massey's autopsy also testified this week. He was asked by Sangamon County State's Attorney John Milhiser, referencing the moments after Massey was shot. Milhiser asked if the bleeding was under control, what would that have done to Sonya Massey's chance of survival? The pathologist said it would have improved her chances, adding the cause of her death was acute blood loss from her left carotid artery being severed. The defense clarified that didn't necessarily mean she would have survived. Grayson's former co-worker and partner on the call that night, Dawson Farley, also testified against Grayson. He said, quote, "I wanted to do right by Sonya and her family and tell the truth." Also saying, quote, "She never did anything that made me feel I needed to draw my firearm." The defense pushed back on a story that changed after Grayson was indicted. He initially said he was in fear of the boiling hot water, then later took it back, saying it was Grayson's actions that raised his sense of awareness. A use of force expert also testified, saying Grayson's actions weren't consistent with crisis intervention training, a class Grayson attended in 2023. Then on Friday, another expert witness testified on use of force and police policy, saying Grayson's actions were not professionally appropriate and that he believes the defendant's actions led to the shooting of Sonya Massey. The defense objected to his testimony after realizing the expert never reviewed Sangamon County Sheriff's Office policy and was only talking about national best practices, saying that could confuse the jury. Testimony was allowed to continue. 11 witnesses have testified so far in this case. Judge Cadigan says the state is expected to rest its case Monday morning. Then that'll be followed by defense arguments. We still don't know if Grayson will take the stand in this trial. Closing arguments are scheduled for Wednesday. Reporting in Peoria, I'm Brandon Morano.